I needed an outdoor kitchen, and I wanted something that the dogs didn't bother me. I got sick and tired of the dogs begging for food, especially when there's juicy meat hanging around. So I decided to build the solution, an outdoor kitchen with a dog tunnel. You wouldn't know it, but the dogs can go in and out of the house, through the laundry room, and out, where they can go do their thing and come right back in and never bother me. I'm no expert, but I'll show you how I built it. Check it out. Got all the posts cut, everything's roughly good. So now we're gonna frame up the edges to kind of keep it where it needs to be. Here's where we are so far. We've only had to redo one thing so far, which is pretty good for us. We got a little backsplash we put back here. We've got all of our posts set. Propane tank can fit up underneath here so I can run my gas grill. Now we're just gonna do a countertop, which I think we're gonna use these, if I measured right, two of these should fit our countertop perfect. Fit pretty good. These are on, that's done. And then on the back, tongue and groove's gonna cover this whole thing. We'll have a spot for propane tanks. Shiba, you went the wrong way. And then they're gonna come out of the doghouse and come right through here. Straight into the new pen and the new fence. So our dog door's going here. So they gotta come out into something that's gonna run into a chute. So I'm gonna do tongue and groove top, tabletop that wide. It's gonna run the whole way right here, seal off right here so the dogs can come out the door, take a left and pop right outside in the thing. And I'll be right here cooking, doing my thing, have all the prep right here, and no dog is gonna mess with me because they're gonna be right there. Three frames we're going to use for the tunnel. We've got backside, front side, and then the top. We went back and forth on what we're going to do as far as use for the countertop, and I think we're just going to use some boards like we did here to make it look uniform, and then we're going to do the whole front with tongue and groove like what we did on the back side over here. So finished tongue and groove on the end, so that secured that up pretty good, so we're kind of happy with that. And then we were just talking about how we're going to do the top. So the top's going to be two 2x10s and one 2x12, which would give us about an 1.5 inch overhang. So I decided to install this doggy door before I did the front of the bar out there, just because I didn't feel like climbing into a hole to have to do this. I figured it'd be a pain. So anyway, got the instructions, had a template, marked it off the best I could. And then I just kind of double checked everything before I decided to put a hole in the wall. So grabbed my jigsaw, made light work of this hole, and then just to expose the insulation that's in the wall, and then grabbed the dullest razor knife known to man and cut this insulation out. And then I got fiberglass all over my fingers while I tried to pull it out with no gloves on. Then I got the jigsaw again, found a metal blade, made that a little bit easier, but the whole wall was vibrating, and my wife was in the other room trying to do some business calls, so she told me to stop. But then I also used the jigsaw again when she was done, just to try to clean up some of the ends. So I tried to go smaller versus bigger, just because I didn't want to have a huge hole and big gaps. Next was putting in the screws. This was really tough, especially by yourself. But I was able to get it done with a little bit of help from an unknown person on the inside. And everything worked somewhat right. And then screwed everything down. Had to put some spacers in between because of the way the metal was. If I didn't put spacers in, it would have kind of made it all wonky, but made it work. I got me some Dollar Tree outdoor carpet, hoping that with all this mud, it's gonna clean their paws off a little bit, and also finish with the doggy door. Next up was making the access door to the dog tunnel so that I could get to the doggy door in case I ever needed to. I just took some tongue and groove, cut it all the same length, and then secured it together with some 2x4s. I had a plan to do this anyway, so it worked out pretty decent. I just used some black hinges I got from the hardware store, screwed those in, and it was pretty secure. It opened and closed, good enough for me and good enough to open every once in a while just to kind of get access. This thing's gonna primarily stay closed, so I wasn't too worried about it. Next up was putting the countertops on. The measurements I've made actually worked out this time, so the wood on top that I bought fit just about perfect. I had about a 1/2 inch overhang on the front, and then I just screwed a bunch of screws in and make it nice and sturdy. All right, so now that that's done, let me show you a couple things I love. This whole thing is blocked off, so the dogs cannot get in here anyway. I fit me a place for a trash can because I'm always trying to figure out where to throw trash. And what I like is I got wood, so I can upgrade this at any point in time, add things. I can hang stuff. I made this access here is what's great. So if I ever need to get in here to do anything, all I gotta do is open her up. There they are. If I need to close the dog door, I can close the dog door, right, Sheba? I got access to my power. Whoop, yeah. You get your tongue. So I got plenty of space. I got a huge 8-foot plus L-shape. So if you like this and you want to see other unique solutions to problems, follow our channel, like and subscribe. I never did geography in college or high school for that matter. I failed it. Let's try this again. Hey man, hold on, I don't know what's going on. My fingers keep slipping. Dungy! Half of 19 and a half. What is that? Let's see. 9 and 9 is 18. So 10 and 10 is 20. So it's got to be. I don't know what that is. Was it 9 and a half? 9 and a half is 19 and a half. No?
No. 9 and a half is 19.
If you found this video helpful like I did, don't forget to like and subscribe.